Hey guys, this is Syed Balki from WP Beginner, and today I'm going to give you a preview of a plugin called Pippity, which will totally knock your socks off. Recently, Grant Griffiths from Head with Themes told me about their newest product called Pippity. Now, normally we're like strictly against pop-up plugins because they're freaking annoying, but Pippity may have changed my mind personally. So on average, what happens is when you go on a website, you try to interact with the content. Maybe you are scrolling, and all of a sudden, this new window pops up, and that is the most annoying thing because usually it have like an audio playing in the background, which is totally irrelevant for what you were doing. But webmasters do it because they need to make money. But again, this does not justify that. So that is totally a big no-no. Then there are other lightbox pop-ups, which just um, fades onto your screen, making everything else blurry, and maybe promotes an offer, usually an email newsletter. Now those are cool, but what happens is that is on a lot of sites, these pop-ups are irrelevant because they're too generic. They're promoting the same offer over and over and over. So now I have been playing with Pippity for a while, and one thing I'm beginning to love is that this plugin makes user-friendly pop-ups because they make it so relevant. You can make it as relevant as it gets. You can target the user based on where they're coming from, what they're reading, maybe a specific post, maybe a specific category, and anything of that nature, whether the user is logged in or not. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a little preview of how this Pippity plugin works, and you can decide for yourself. So what I'm going to do is create a pop-up, and there is a list of templates that come pre-built. Now these are media core designs that you can customize. I'll go ahead and use the theme called Sharpie. Now if you notice, I clicked on it and now I have quick styles, which lets me just change the color scheme. So let's say if I want to go blue, it would look like that. I don't like that much. Let's try red. I like red. It looks good in that scenario. Now this is for quick styling. If you really want to customize it, you can change things around, like change the font sizes and such by making this like 13, but you don't want your heading to be that. So I'm just pretty much gonna leave it as default for the rest of it. I'm gonna click save and continue. Now I get to customize my heading title and all the copy of this pop-up. So let's say I'm trying to get more email subscribers for to receive emails on a daily basis that gets notified about my article. So I'll just say, did you love that article as much as I do? I'll leave the default thing. You love that article. And then I can say, then you should consider subscribing to our daily newsletter so you never miss an update. Now, after doing that, you can add list things maybe by just starting with the asterisk list one, maybe something that they get for being a member of your list, and then you can say email, name, email, and then maybe subscribe instead of sign up. Go click save and continue. Now this is probably the best part, which makes me love Pippity, is that you can control the way your pop-up behaves. So one of the things you can do is you can say how long does the user have to stay on a page for the pop-up to show, because if you open it right away, people get annoyed and they might leave your site because they think that you don't not care about them. So let's give them some time, like maybe it opens at the end of the article. You can turn that on if that's what it is, or you can just leave it as 60 seconds. You can also set it so a user must have to view one page before they can see this. This keeps the new time users a little bit cool about your site rather than giving them a negative impression. Also, one of the things I want to talk about is that 60 seconds is really important, because what happens is that a lot of sites that are using other plugins and they do not have this delay in loading, their site screenshots on popular services like Alexa or even Google shows a pop-up over their screen rather than their actual theme. There are basic filters, so you can only show this pop-up on post, or you can only show it to logged out users. But the cool feature is this power filter. This lets us add filters, so you only show this on a specific post, and then you can say maybe one of these posts that are listed there, or you can even show it to like people who are referred by maybe Google, or maybe people that are coming from like Yahoo or Twitter or your Facebook fan page. You can run offers like, hey, Facebook fan user, you get a free ebook if you come to this, if you come subscribe, or hey, Facebook fan user, I have this great article about how I'm using Facebook, or something like that. So this filter makes your pop-up that much more relevant. Now, I'm not going to set any filter for this example, and I'm just going to go ahead and click Save and Continue. Now this asks you to enter your email newsletter. Now I see this sort of pop-up plugins only being utilized for capturing emails, but really and truly this should be utilized for any sort of conversion, not just email newsletters. What if I want to send somebody who's reading my post about recommended plugins, maybe send them to a recommended theme page, or maybe if they're reading a post about WordPress W3 Total Cache, I might be able to send them to a page about Max CDN and how they can further optimize, or maybe I can send them to my SlideShare presentation on maximizing their site performance. So I don't know whether they have plans of changing this, but I was talking to Grant and he was like, yes, it is in the works. So I guess we can see it. So I have gone ahead and copied my MailChimp embed code, but you can find in your either Aweber, MailChimp, or whichever one you're using, just copy and paste the HTML form, and Pippity will do the rest. And now that I have done that, I can just go on the Pippity panel. Now notice, you might think that you're done, but really and truly you're not, because this pop-up is not active. Now the reason how I found that out was because I did this and I loaded the page and it was not loading, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Maybe it's another plugin is bothering with it. But no, you have to click on this activate button, which is beyond me why they did not put a bigger notice, because can you really see this activate button? It's so small. But now I'm going to go ahead and activate it, and now my pop-up is actually activated. So it will show up for every user who visits my site as long as they're on the second page. Now another cool feature about Pippity is that they let you split test between two pop-ups. So for example, I put some text in here, I can clone this and change the name of it, and obviously other tweaks that I want to make, and then as long as I have both of these active, it will give me stats. So it gives me stats about like the impressions, the conversions, the conversion rate, and basically conversion really means an email opt-in. And this is a really cool plugin that I'm absolutely falling in love with. Now another thing is that there are pre-made themes, but when you're working on larger sites or custom design, you might want to have a theme that works with your layout. So there is a thing called DevTools right here, where you can select all the themes that are already there, and you can duplicate it and then edit them, or you can simply drop the themes right from scratch in the WP content and Pippity themes folder, and that will let you totally customize it the way you want. So this plugin is totally knocked my socks off, and I'm definitely going to be using it on WP Beginner in the new design that we've been working on for so long. And yeah, now the pricing plan for this, obviously this is a paid plugin. Pippity charges $47 for a single site license and $164 for unlimited, with a second tier that is like I think 84 or 86, I'm not sure. But as a WP Beginner user, you get 25% off if you use the coupon WP Beginner 25 when you're buying this. I don't know how long that coupon is going to last for, but if I were you, I would go ahead and take advantage of this offer and really use Pippity for converting, getting more email lists. Alright, I hope you get this plugin and you try it out.